So what's up, everybody? It's your boy Jonathan. Last time I went through like day game, club strip game, right? And basically for those, just remember it's all just about having fun. Most of the time, 99.9% of the time, you're not going to take anybody home. You're not going to be having sex with a person like that. You may get some phone numbers, and there's a slight chance that some girls may like you and hit you up, but there's a higher percentage that they won't. So club game, day game, club strip game is mostly for what I call a confidence run, where you just go out there and build up confidence from getting attention by girls. Even if they don't respond, it's a confidence run. You're just out there to get attention. So what I noticed is most of the time I've met girls through like social circles or work or school, right? And that's, or online. So I'm going to make this video about the social circle and then the other one about online, okay? So when you want to do social circle game, right? When you want to find a girlfriend, the thing the social circle is really good at is you get a lot more emotional investment because you see the girl over and over and over and over and over. The downside to social circle game is, like I talked before, it's oversaturated with single people who aren't really doing anything. And I talked about that before, and you can watch one of those videos. But basically, like, there's just single men who's never been with nobody, single men who get a girlfriend and it only lasts 6 months and they're back in the game. And then you have a lot of girls with their smartphones and they got a million options and they're not pairing off with anybody because, you know, they have a lot of competition between 3, 4, 5 guys in the group. And on top of that, they got, you know, people sliding in their DMs. So that's the issue, but there is still a chance you can meet somebody from a social circle. So this is what I learned. The first thing is you have to pick an activity that you like to do, right? Don't be going into no religious anything if you're not a religious person. Don't be, you know, hanging out with Park Street kids if you're not a homeless Park Street kid. You know, something like that. Just put something that you like to do. Like, I like to do random street dance, so I hang out with some random street dancers that I could dance with. I like just mixed hip-hop and, you know, pop dances. So I go to the open studio where you pay $5, you know. I like, you know, indie music and indie bands. So I hang out at this bar that plays indie music on Tuesday nights, and it's an open mic night, and I've met a lot of people there. So those are the type of things you have to think about. The second thing is make sure it's a mixed activity that both men and women like, right? Don't be joining no anime club and then you'll be in there with all these otakus fighting over the one anime chick. Like, don't do no shit like that, okay? Don't be joining no gamers group and only be like fighting over one girl. You know, you have to do something universal. Like, my brother's a swimmer and he's a lifeguard, and it's a mixed people that go to the swimming pool, rec swim. So that's a good idea. So make sure it's a mixed group. Number 3, don't do anything where they take it really seriously. Like, don't be joining a church unless you're religious. And even if you are religious, you shouldn't put all your eggs in the church basket, because I made other videos about church women. So I'm Jewish. I go to synagogue on Saturdays. That's fine, but I don't be tripping off trying to get with a girl at the synagogue. I go there before because I'm a religious Jew. So that's one thing. Like, if you pick the activity, if it's serious, you have to understand that you may not be able to find somebody because they're more focused on the activity and less about getting with girls. So you have to find something where it's not serious. Like, for instance, I was on an intermediate hip-hop team, and they took that serious. And, you know, that's why I had trouble meeting girls, because You know, you had to live up to a certain standard to get with somebody, right? But now I go to these $5 practices that aren't serious, where people just pay $5 and just mess around, you know. Or I'm kind of moving away from the street dancer chads because they're kind of lazy. But even then, like, you know, there were a couple of girls that came through and nobody picked on me because they're not taking it too seriously. It's just people hanging out on the street messing around. So that's the next thing. The next thing you have to, I think number 4, when you go into the group, don't be pushing up on the girls. Like, let them come to you. And the reason is, you don't know who's going out with anybody who. You don't know who's crushing on who. You don't know who's being overprotective of who. You don't know if the girls are being tools. Like, you don't know. And pressing up on the girls right away is really going to screw you over. Now, on that, I hate to say it, but a lot of the girls are going to look at you with dirty looks if you first join a group. And not because you're ugly, not because you're fat. It's because there's so many single people out there, and that's just the culture. And it's like, oh shit, another guy that's competing. So just don't worry about the dirty looks. Just calm down and wait it out. And eventually the girls will get to know you and you won't have no problems. Okay, but don't be pushing up on the girls. And if they give you dirty looks, just wait it out, and eventually you're not going to have no problem, right? So, number 5, just make sure you know the order of respect and you know the order of hierarchy. A lot of groups, they have the alpha male, which is the leader. He's going to get most of the attention. And then it trickles down to people who've known him for a while. And then they get most of the attention after that. And then it comes down to you, and you have to understand that. Because if you run in there demanding all this attention, talking a lot, look at me, look at me, look at me, you know, you're kind of stepping on somebody's foot, and you haven't been in those social circles that long. So kind of shut your mouth, walk in and out. Just don't talk to girls and you'll be fine. Unless the girls talk to you. If the girls talk to you, or you slowly build up a relationship with them, that's fine. But like I said, don't bum rush the girls when you first get in there. Don't do that. You're screwing yourself over. Okay, after that, so that's number 5. Just understand the hierarchy. Number 6, start getting people's numbers and text them every day. Right? Just see how your day's going, blah, blah, blah. If they respond, then, you know, that's cool. You could text them every day. But if they don't respond, wait like a day or 2 and then text them back. If they don't respond after that, just let it go. But you have to know how to text people every day, because at the end of the day, right, a lot of those people are going to be throwing parties, or know where the parties are, or know where places to go and people to meet. And if you're not texting those people, they're going to forget about you. They're going to know that, oh, this is just this guy who just comes and he just sits and doesn't really do anything and then just leaves. And they're going to think you're not interested because you're not showing the people that you are interested. So text people. Just text people. How are you? Blah, blah, blah. Whatever. You know? And that's good. And if you do all that, if you do exactly what I say, eventually there's going to be girls that warm up to you and are going to want to date you or get with you, or even if they don't because they have a boyfriend, at least you got some good female friends that'll desensitize you and teach you a lot. You're going to make man friends that will invite you places and teach you stuff and go places with you. And you are going to have a happy days because you're always going to have something to do. So that's it for that. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, I'll get back to y'all. Alright, I'm out, y'all. Peace.